Tomorrow night will be clear and cold with a low of 3 with your AccuWeather forecast. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
From local sports to national newsmakers, this is the show everybody is talking about. Live from the Granite State, it's Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Good morning and welcome to the Mike and the Hoss Show, powered by the Yum Shop on the Pulse of New Hampshire. I'm Mike Danae, and alongside Charlie Hossack, we are Mike and the Hoss. Super Bowl weekend.
It is Super Bowl weekend.
Olympics. The Patriots are in it. It doesn't get much better.
No, it's a great weekend. We have the Patriots. We have Josh Spalding calling in from Italy shortly. Give us an Olympic update. What else is going on? The NHL is on a little bit of a break, an Olympic break.
It's all about the Super Bowl, Charlie.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you.
All, I mean,
yeah, you got to sprinkle a little other stuff in because, not everyone's a football fan, which I don't understand why they wouldn't be.
Yeah, but when your team's in the Super Bowl, I think it's a little bit different. I think there's a lot of regional pride that happens, and especially they're called the New England Patriots.
Yeah, they cover all the New England states,
and
it is. You make a good point because I saw a lot of people over the past few days. They've got on their Patriots attire and stuff. People that you wouldn't normally see wearing Patriots sweatshirts or Patriots hats.
And you go into businesses, and yesterday, we went into the bank, and everybody had their Patriot stuff on. Went to the cafeteria, everybody had their Patriot stuff on.
Here's the thing. I had a little bit of a I find this kind of funny. A bit of a contentious email exchange with someone. But after we finished the exchange, even though we're still a little contentious, they wrote "Go Patriots." So there's something kind of bring us together.
Yeah. So I mean, I think saying that things bring us together, I think that's what this does. The Patriots, when not just the Patriots, I'm sure the Seattle feels the same way. Well, pretty much the rest of the country is behind Seattle right now because they're tired of the Patriots, which we'll talk about. It's just interesting. It's nice to be back in there. It's nice the team that you cover. And that you root for is still playing.
I was going to say still
relevant.
It's
nice that every single sports show on television, on the radio, is talking about the team that you like, that you love. It's a lot of fun. And we've been here before.
It's awesome. And I guess and the other thing is, like, I don't know if it's good to feel this way, but I like the fact that everyone's rooting against the Patriots. It just kind of in a weird kind of way puts a smile on my face because it's like, wow, it's like now we have to figure, and I know we're going to get into this, but we got to figure out, why did they not like the Patriots? Because of the success, or is it the New England fans? Like, we're going to maybe kind of talk about this.
It's everybody.
Yeah.
It is everybody. All right. Mike and the Hoss is powered by the Yum Shop, located in the heart of downtown Wolfboro, and can be found on the Pulse of New Hampshire radio stations and all over the world on the Pulse of New Hampshire app. You can always catch up and listen to our previous shows on the Pulse Podcast Network, Spreaker, Audible, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. The Yum Shop has over 100 varieties of fresh baked goods, including 6 different types of bread and a full-service ice cream bar. And, of course, their most famous item, the gingerbread cookie. Make sure to visit the Yum Shop the next time you're in Wolfboro or online at yumshop.com. And while you're there, enter the discount code of Mike and the Hoss to receive 20% off the Gingy Box. You can join a conversation, 603-228-2080. That is 603-228-2080. And we love you to call in at any point to talk Patriots. And who do you got? We want to know who you got.
Yeah.
People, there's a lot of interest on Seattle side. There's a lot of money going towards Seattle.
Yeah. Vegas is picking Seattle.
Yep. So I think it'll be great. We want to thank the Heinz Group of Philadelphia and London for sponsoring our Facebook Live and YouTube Live feed. And obviously catch us on social media, X,
TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You got them all.
All right. Opening Takes brought to you by the Back Bay Boathouse,
where you can enjoy delicious food and drinks right next to the lake. Don't forget to order the $5 Mike and the Hoss penalty box during happy hour, Monday through Friday, from 3 to 5 p.m. Let's talk about the hate for Patriot Nation.
Okay, let's make sure we get both of ours in, because Josh Spalding's going to be calling in from Milan, Italy. He was able to go to the opening ceremony last night. Yeah. And I'm curious about that, but he's going to give us our Olympic update. Yes. So let's get both our takes in. We mentioned as we open the show, there is a massive amount of Patriot hate, a massive amount. It is coming from everywhere, and you like it. You like the Patriot hate? I mean, my question is why? Why are we getting hated so much? I say we as Patriots fans.
Yes, fans, right?
Is it because we gloat? Is it because we're gloating because this is our 12th Super Bowl and the next closest is 8?
Yeah.
Is it because we just had 20 years of dominance and we're back 5 years later.
Right. We had a miserable season last year, or the past 2 years.
2 years.
I mean, and we're back, and it's incredible. It's crazy the hate for the New England Patriots, the hate for the New England Patriots fans. I mean, I think part of it, and I'm not one of these people, although the person to my right might be one of these people, where you like to stir the pot a little. You like to, especially towards, and you share it all with me, and I see it, especially towards the poor Buffalo fans.
Usually it's in response because the Buffalo fans, I definitely have targeted the Buffalo fans.
You have, yeah. That's you have targeted them.
But they have diminished what the Patriots have done this year in any chance they can. And they can't help but talk about their quarterback and Josh Allen and diminish the Patriots season.
Sure.
They just can't help it. And so, yes, I have had a lot of ammunition that I've been able to, and not just me. I mean, it's just, anybody.
I know. Of course.
And I feel bad because a good friend of the show is part of the Bills Mafia. He is a huge part of it. I don't direct it toward him. I make an exception for him.
Yeah.
But holy cow, the Bills Mafia is so obnoxious.
And I have a little bit of a confession too. So my sister-in-law is a huge Bills fan and Bills Mafia fan. And the reason she became one is because she did a lot of business in the Buffalo area. And she was like, these people love the Bills. They live for the Bills. That's what it's all about for them. And she just felt like, she could identify with these people because they, for lack of a better term, that's kind of that's who they identify with. They're Buffalo Bills fans, the Bills Mafia, where we get a lot of everything else here. We not only we have the Patriots, we get the Celtics, we get the Bruins, we get the Red Sox. Well, Buffalo doesn't have that.
And I think the envy, I'll use envy or jealousy, is more regional in terms of, this is our 21st championship game in the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Buffalo hasn't seen a championship game since 1994. And so I could see that there being a lot of envy or a lot of jealousy.
Yeah. Why not us? Right.
But the diminishing that's happening is a little bit laughable. And, and they call Drake May Mr. Schedule and all this kind of stuff.
Of course. Yeah.
And then if you look at the common opponents, they've played the same teams except for 4 teams.
Yeah.
They've played the same teams. So I don't know. I'm enjoying this run as much as anyone because probably more it's a surprise.
Yeah.
I feel less pressure tomorrow than I've had when the Brady years were happening.
Pressure. Yeah.
But I said that the Patriots better win though.
Yeah, I was going to say if they lose, then we're going to hear it was the schedule. We're going to hear a little bit, which is it is what it is.
So, but it's part of being a fan.
This next take for me, it's really hard to talk about because most people that listen to the show know that I have 2 people that I absolutely adore: Mike Trout and Tom Brady, TB12. And everybody's probably seen this week that the TB12 has come out and is not publicly supporting, or I don't even know if he's privately supporting.
Until last night.
Yeah, the Patriots until last night. So my original take was, that TB12 is a traitor. And, I was going to build it up 20 seasons, 6 Super Bowls, Hall of Fame legacy, a statue outside Gillette Stadium. The fans, we as fans, defended him during Deflategate. We rooted for him when he went to Tampa. I mean, I was rooting for the Buccaneers and Tom Brady to win a Super Bowl. It came out that he was no longer following the Patriots' official accounts, but he was still following the Buccaneers. Yeah. So it was really put a bad taste in my mouth because I love Tom Brady.
I saw some stuff that said that the Patriots had a bad week because Belichick was denied Hall of Fame, Kraft was denied Hall of Fame, May didn't get the MVP, and now Tom Brady is not rooting for the Patriots.
Right.
We've lost Tom Brady, for lack of a better word. I told you on our podcast Overtime with Mike and the Hoss that he would right the ship before Sunday.
Yes.
And he did last night.
He thankfully did.
Yeah, he did last night. And I think he'll probably do it again. He an Instagram post and
he was getting called out by his teammates. Vince Wilfork. Mike
was,
Vrabel was his teammate.
This is like vitriol was coming from the teammates.
Yeah, Teddy Bruschi was not happy,
and he was not returning their texts.
Yeah,
it was really a thing. And when you play for an organization as long especially with the success the Patriots have. Even Kyle Van Noy yesterday was calling him out. Kyle Van Noy's still in the league, I believe.
Yeah.
I think he's still playing for another team. He's like, I'm with the Patriots. I got up dog in this fight.
Sure.
Because that was
the thing.
Brady's
Yeah, I have no dog in this fight. Yeah, right.
I think it was a bad look it was a very politician way that Brady handled himself this week.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just,
You know, and
it does make him a little less likable.
People were defending him. They're like, well, you know, he's part owner of the Raiders. You know, he works as a commentator for Fox and, you know, this and that. I mean, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like if you spent 20 years of your life, you became Tom Brady who you are because of the New England Patriots.
But his success transcended the sport
with
the Patriots. Yeah. And he not only put the Patriots on the map, he was the face of the league for so long.
He was.
And, you know, he was the face of the league with Peyton Manning. He was the face of the league with Aaron Rodgers. It was, you know, but it was Brady. All the time it was Brady.
Yeah.
And to do what he did into his mid-40s was unheard of. Nobody thought that was going to happen.
Right.
He blew out his knee in 07 or 08.
And if you look
they thought he was done.
If you look at the success that he has now, being able to buy the Raiders, be a part owner of the Raiders, being able to have this huge broadcasting, it's because of the Patriots.
Right.
It's because of the Patriots. So I'm glad he righted the ship.
Okay. We're going to go to break. Josh is already on the line. We're going to be talking Winter Olympics with Josh Spalding after the break. We'll be right back.
No radio, no problem.
You can listen to the Pulse of New Hampshire anywhere. Just ask your smart device to play
The Pulse of NH.
Hey, this is Dr. Stephanie from Crossroads Chiropractic. I'm about to call one of our practice members.
Hello?
Lisa?
Hi there.
I'm on the phone with Lisa. She's one of our favorite practice members. Lisa, how long have you been getting adjusted?
Oh, it's been at least 13 years.
What brought you into Crossroads?
Oh, the lower back pain that I was having was horrible. I just popped one day and it just wouldn't go back, and then I started getting sciatica problems.
So we took some x-rays, found the problem, and you started getting adjusted. Initially 3 times a week. Your sciatica got better, but you kept up for wellness visits.
Oh, it's been amazing. The staff is amazing. My treatment's been amazing. I feel so much better. I love that each adjustment feels like a reset for me.
Do you have any advice to someone who's hesitant to get adjusted?
It's worth a shot, and in the end, you're going to be so grateful that you did it.
Give us a call at Crossroads Chiropractic, 603-575-9080. This month, a complete exam with any necessary x-rays is just $59 in Pembroke, Bedford, Meredith, and Epping. Or find us on the web at crossroadschiropractic.com.
Craving a taste of the ocean? Make Weathervane Restaurants your top choice for great tasting food and drink. Visit a Weathervane restaurant near you and dive into a piping hot bowl of clam chowder, basket of golden fried onion rings, or enjoy their world famous fish and chips, just $18.99.
Wait, are you a Claw Club member?
Why?
Because Weathervane offers double points to Claw Club members every Wednesday. Collect points and earn free food and drink.
Wow, what else is happening at Weathervane?
Glad you asked. The boatload is back. Select lunch-sized entrees with a soft drink with salad or chowder for just $15.99.
Great tasting fried chicken tenders, clam strips, fantail, or native shrimp with a side salad or a piping hot cup of clam chowder for just $15.99.
That's right. Available Monday through Thursday. A boatload of value for just $15.99.
Awesome food at an incredible value at any of the 4 locations in Maine or New Hampshire. And don't forget to treat your sweetheart at Weathervane this Valentine's Day. Check your local newspaper for a special Valentine's Day offer only at Weathervane, New England's favorite seafood restaurant.
Hey, this is Mike Dene alongside Charlie Hossack from Mike and the Hoss.
You know what I love about getting away to the coast? That fresh, clean feeling.
What if you could get that feeling anywhere? That's what drinking Maine Love water is like.
It's true. It's sourced from pristine Maine water, and you can taste the difference. It's so crisp and refreshing, and it comes in recyclable aluminum cans, not plastic.
Whether you choose their pure water or their feel-good flavored seltzers, you're getting simple, sustainable, feel-good hydration.
That's Maine Love. Bring that clean Maine feeling home with you.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
We had
I got
overnight
this.
with the puppy, so we had the puppy, which was
Okay.
awesome for.
I don't got
for
this.
dog. Yeah, to play.
You
So.
stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list. Wow,
Huh?
you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The
Next
daytime
week,
coughing,
grab you
aching,
a
aching
we're gonna
fever
go away.
under your flu medicine.
So we're
Use as
done.
directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Coming up at noon, we talk tech with Jim Commando. In the meantime, we're back to Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Mike on the mic, Hoss playing boss, wolf for a new night where the snow gets tossed, talking socks packed with a swagger of floss. Dedicated dads, coaches, no loss.
All right. We have Josh Spalding from Salmon Sports on the phone, great friend of the show, who is, goes to Olympic. I believe this is his 6th Olympic, and he's out in Milan to give us updates, give Mike and the Haas updates. We're very fortunate to have Josh as a friend and obviously as a colleague to call in. Josh, how are you?
Good. How you guys doing today?
Doing well.
We're pretty good.
Hear me
All right,
okay?
Josh, let's get right to it.
Yeah, we got you great. Are you inside the hockey arena?
I'm inside what they call a hockey arena. Yes.
Yeah, I have some questions
Yeah.
about that too. All right, Josh, what have you been able to do so far? We know you got out there a couple days ago, and you went to the opening ceremonies. Curious about the opening ceremonies, but what have you covered so far?
Yeah, this is the U.S. women's hockey is playing right now. This is my second game with them. I've seen. I saw figure skating the other day, yesterday, I guess, team figure skating, and I saw, like I said, women's hockey the first day. And I just went over, checked out the speed skating area, but that's basically all I've gotten to see. That's the opening ceremony, just because here in Milan right now, that's all that's going on. There's women's ice hockey, speed skating, and figure skating right now, and then they'll add short track speed skating when figure skating's over, and the men's hockey will start coming in too. So.
All right. Well, tell us. Can you tell us a little bit about the opening ceremonies? And the other thing before you start, Josh, I want people to know that they can follow you on social media, and you have a blog, and you can follow all of your travels and everything you're doing over the Olympics. But let us know a little bit about the opening ceremonies. I got a chance to watch some of it, obviously on TV last night.
Yeah, I watched a lot of it on TV too. And it, because I mean, I was there. I was in the Milan Zeros, whatever it's called. I can't even remember what it's called now. But stadium is beautiful. It's a big place, but it was just weird because they had the athletes in 4 different places. You know, obviously, you know, the alpine athletes aren't going to come down from 6 hours away to come to the opening ceremonies. Same with the freestyle athletes, cross country jumpers. All these people, they're not traveling all that way to come to the opening ceremonies. So they had opening ceremonies in 4 different places, which meant that, like, the parade of athletes, there's usually tons of people. In Milan was probably half the number, maybe. I mean, they would announce the country, and a person would come out carrying a placard, and there'd be no athletes there. And then if you look up on the screen in the stadium, which was not terribly big, you would see athletes walking in at other locations. So they would walking in Livigno or Pedrazo or Cortina, and you'd see them walking in with the flag in there. So it was like simultaneously happening, but like it was just weird to watch the opening ceremony, and there was no athletes. Like they just come out with the Andorra lady comes out carrying the Andorra thing, and then the Greece lady comes out carrying the Greece thing, and there's nobody behind them. They're all up in other locations. It was weird. And the electronic setup there, the video screens, I couldn't have read the video screen across the arena from me without my zoom lens on my camera. I could not tell where things were without that. And then the same with when they lit the flame. They lit the flame in 2 different places. The flame came through the stadium, wandered through the stadium and left, and then they lit it in 2 different locations, but I wouldn't have known who the people were who lit the flame unless I was zooming in with my camera to read the names on the bottom of the screen. The screen it's not terribly big. I don't know if there was a bigger one above my head for the people on the other side, but it was tough. It was weird. But I understand the reasons they did it. They're trying to get everybody involved. And a lot of times in the opening ceremonies, if those other alpine athletes or whatever are too far away, they don't come down. So they're trying to get everybody involved because there are so many people so far away. So I get why they were doing it. It was just sitting in the stadium is weird. I don't know how it looked on TV, but sitting in the stadium, it was kind of weird.
Well, it sounds a little disappointing. I mean, from what we see for opening ceremonies, with, to your point, the parade of athletes not happening. Josh,
I mean, for me, sitting in the stadium, it wasn't. Like I said, I can't tell you about looking at it, watching it, but it was just weird. To me, that's the word I used was just different, weird.
Yeah. A topic that has come up a lot, especially in the hockey community, is the state of the Milan rink, and you kind of open with that it's what I saw was that they weren't even. It was still under construction the day before the games were supposed to start. Is that really the case?
There's two rinks. So there's one that was under construction, and they finished it, and they've played a couple games with Italy. I haven't been to that one. Italy played over there. I think they're playing over there. They played over there today. They played over there their first game. And they were finishing up portions of it as they were getting ready to open the Olympics, which is not uncommon in many cases. Things, if you're building something new, a lot of times it kind of gets pushed in. It kind of goes a little further. You know the deal. Construction delays and things just kind of get slower than they were, and all of a sudden they have to speed up really quickly and get done. But where I am tonight is not a hockey arena. It's just it's really weird. It's like a massive. I don't know what's convention. I guess it's a convention center. And I'm standing in like right now. I'm in like a massive warehouse space, and it's all divided up. And they have like walls up for like you can go to locker rooms. They have locker rooms in there with then they have the systems to heat the locker rooms and whatever. The ice is behind these black curtains, and so to keep the cold air in there. And then there's bleachers all built up around all the ice. But this is not in any sort of way, shape, or form an ice arena. It's this speed skating arena is right next door. It's in the same thing. It's in the same type of situation. It's like it's in a convention center, basically what it amounts to a convention center warehouse. And they just built the rink inside of it and then put up the bleachers and the stands around the side so you could watch it. And I mean, it seems to be fine. Like the women that talked after the first game for the U.S. said that they had no problem with the ice. There wasn't any issues. They said it is a little bit shorter, but everybody's playing on the same length ice. She said, so it doesn't matter. It's not like it's an advantage for anybody else. It's just a little bit smaller. But yeah, this one is it's just weird. I didn't realize. I guess I didn't look into it really closely, but when I walked in, I'm like, oh, okay, this is a little different. But yeah, what it is, it's like a big, huge warehouse.
Josh, have you had a chance to visit the Olympic Village and tell us a little bit about the media center? How are you comfortable at the media center?
No, I didn't get to go to Olympic Village. They choose a few people, media members who can go and visit that. I did not get chosen. I put my name in, but it didn't happen. It is what it is. So technically media members aren't allowed in the media village without a special visit. So the media center is fine. Like I've only been in there for a couple hours. It's just like it usually is. It's in a convention center. Essentially, it's a big ballroom, and then you have your work area, and then there's just random. There's a store in there. There's places to get food. But there's nothing. It's nothing spectacular. It's not anything. It's nothing normal. I mean, it's nothing different than basically what Paris was. It's probably not quite as much stuff in it as Paris had, because Paris was an active convention center. I don't know, like portions of this one are just being used for this. I don't know how active it is, but it's fine. It's not, like I said, it's not like the state of the art anything, but it has everything that we would need to do our work. But because the Olympics are so spread out, it's much smaller than normal, because they know that many of the journalists are going to be working in different locations as opposed to all working in one main media center, like is usually the case.
Josh, what's the itinerary for the next 3 or 4 days?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm not going to get to go up to see Lindsey Vonn ski because I'm not going to make it up there. But I travel up to the mountains on Monday. So tomorrow I'll watch Lindsey on TV and then I'll find something to do tomorrow. I haven't figured it out yet. But then I travel up to the mountains on Monday, assuming I get on the right train and I don't get lost, which is still a big assumption at this point. And then I'll see some stuff up in the Cortina area, which would include, the biathlon and women's alpine curling, and then possibly some sliding stuff too. That's all up in that area. So I should be able to see some of that stuff within the next few days, anyways.
Josh, how does the lodging work for you? Because you're going to multiple places this time. Do they put you up? I mean, obviously in Milan, and then when you go to the ski area, they put you up there also?
Well, they don't. I mean, they tell us you can choose, put a list of hotels they give you a list of hotels. Here's where media housing is. Choose what you want, where you want it, your top choices. And if we can, we'll get you in those top choices. Because I was waitlisted. I had to choose late. I didn't get my top choices. So I'm not terribly convenient to anything right now. But basically what it is, I booked stays for the first 4 or 5 nights or whatever in Milan, and then I booked my next 2 weeks up in between Cortina and Athos, and then my last 3 days, I believe I'll be back in Milan again. So it's like basically we're in hotels, so you just book, you just chose where you wanted to stay for how long, and then you pay it. That's kind of what it is.
Josh, just some cultural stuff. Have you had an opportunity to maybe enjoy a nice Italian meal, authentic food, or is that on your list to do?
I'd love to. I just haven't had the time, I guess I probably would have had the time if I wasn't I was a little frustrated at a couple occasions there in the last couple of days, and just didn't even bother eating because I was like, I don't need to deal with this right now. I don't need to go find food. So, but I mean, I'm sure it'll be something that comes up. Right now I've basically eaten what's available to us in the media center, which is fine. It's not, they're not gourmet meals by any stretch of the imagination. But
Josh, before we get your Super Bowl pick and we let you go, how are the crowds? Because sometimes you hear nightmares about you're like sardines, especially in the travel places. But I haven't heard that in Milan. How are you feeling compared to other ones?
Well, I mean, Paris was my first real experience traveling using public transportation at the Olympics. We just hadn't used it. When was in Beijing, we weren't allowed to. In Tokyo, we weren't allowed to. In Pyeongchang, we didn't. In Sochi, we didn't. So Paris was my first. At Paris, we were packed into that metro at times, like almost after every single event at the end of the night. And honestly, last night, obviously leaving the opening ceremony was a cluster. There was so many people. I mean, not nobody's fault. They had the trains, they were there, but there was just so many people crammed onto one or two trains going in one direction. I've had some crowded trains, but it hasn't been as bad. I've also tried to travel as off weird times as I can. I don't travel. I try not to say, "Oh, let me go right when the game's going to start. Let me get on the train an hour before that and ride the 40 minutes or whatever I need to get here and to do it." So I try to time it so I'm not traveling at what I think would be a peak time. So, but like it's some of the trips have been almost like Paris, but nothing's been quite like Paris. We're pretty much every single time you get out of a game at the end of the night, you're riding a subway packed with hundreds of people.
Josh, are you going to have an opportunity tomorrow to watch the Super Bowl?
I hope so. I have my television that I use is YouTube TV, and I believe it works. I'm going to find out for sure if it works. If it doesn't, I'll have to listen to it. I have a satellite radio, so I can. Excuse me. I can listen to a broadcast, at least some sort of broadcast of it. I believe from here, anyways. But I hope I'm going to be able to watch it. But it's a good promise. It's at midnight, so that'll be a fun night trying to stay awake to watch it. But
right, you'll have to take a nap. All right. So based on that, what are your predictions for the Super Bowl?
Well, I want the Patriots to win.
Of course.
How about 21-18 Patriots win it?
Oh,
wow. All right, Josh. I like it. Awesome.
Right. Hey, Josh, we know you're going to be there for a couple of weeks. We hope we can catch up with you next week as well. Again, we are so appreciative that you're able to join us, and you can catch and follow Josh on social media. You want to give your tags on that, Josh?
Yeah. Actually, I have a Facebook page that I created just for the Olympics. I just created it because I just decided it'd probably be a good place to put everything in one place. And that's Joshua Spalding Olympics. It's on Facebook. And then Instagram, Twitter, X, I am Salmon Sports Guy, as in Salmon Press, but salmon like a fish. Salmon Sports Guy at Instagram and X, Twitter. So that you can find me there too.
Awesome, Josh. Enjoy yourself.
Thanks,
and be
Josh.
safe.
Be safe and have fun. Go Patriots.
Hey, no problem, guys. Enjoy your weekend.
All right. Thank you.
So Josh joined us during New Hampshire Sports, and New Hampshire Sports is brought to you by Bailey's Bubble.
Yeah, it is. Brought to you by Bailey's Bubble. I got my Bailey's Bubble sweatshirt on. Family-owned and operated Bailey's Bubble in downtown Wolfboro serves the finest ice cream in the state May through October. If you can't make it to Wolfboro for ice cream, you can still order their hot fudge, panucci, and butterscotch sauces at baileysbubble.com. My favorite sauce is their homemade hot fudge. When placing your order, don't forget to tell them that Mike and the Hoss sent you.
All right, when we come back, we are going to be doing trivia that's sponsored by Maine Love Water.
Yes.
And it's a Super Bowl themed, obviously.
It is. Yeah. They're going to get a chance to win a case of water and some Maine Love swag.
Awesome. All right, we'll be right back.
This is the Pulse of New Hampshire, 107.7 WTPL.
Hi, Jack Keith here, inviting you to join me on October 25th for a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette Travel. From the historic cities of London and Edinburgh Castle to the English charm of Chester, medieval York and York Minster, the lovely Stratford-upon-Avon, and of course, London. Along the way, we'll board a train and travel through the rolling hills and even enjoy a traditional English afternoon tea. Colette handles every detail, your flights, your meals, hotels, and local experiences. Your only job is to have the time of your life. So don't miss out. Join me by calling Colette at 800-581-8942. or visit thepulseofnh.com to learn more. And Colette's number again, 800-581-8942.
The following commercial has actually been made up on the fly.
Cheryl, where's our ad for the radio and stream?
I didn't write one.
What are you talking about? We're about to go in the studio to record.
Nothing's coming to me. I mean, like the Battery Boy moniker is firmly established.
Great. Thanks for throwing that in another ad.
And we've already talked about the MOB, Mother of the Bride, and the MOG, Mother of the Groom jewelry.
Why don't you just talk about all the new yellow gold that we bought and how you went over the top again?
Well, Frank, what about all the giftware? You went over the top with all the Matthew Smith prints. I counted over 50 in inventory.
Well, he's a popular New Hampshire artist, and I can't help that. I'm a fan of his work.
Oh, so we both have buying issues.
Yes, dear, but at least Capital Craftsman has plenty of merchandise.
That's what makes us one of the largest jewelry and gift stores in the area.
Precisely. Stop by Capital Craftsman and Romance Jewelers, 16 North Main Street, downtown Concord. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at capitalcraftsman.com.
We want to be your family jeweler.
Hey, this is Mike Dene alongside Charlie Hossick from Mike and the Hoss.
You know that feeling when you take a sip of water and it's just perfect?
That's the Maine Love feeling. We're talking about water sourced from the pristine Sebago Lake in Maine. It's hydration that just hits different.
And it comes in these sleek, recyclable aluminum cans, not plastic. Whether you want crisp, still water, or bubbly flavored seltzer, you're getting that clean Maine taste.
Forget the plastic. Feel the good vibes. Reach for Maine Love.
Bring that clean Maine feeling home with you.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Shop now for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Get in touch with the show anytime at thepulseofnh.com and on the free to download Pulse of NH app. Now, back to Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Mike and the Hoss, sports talk classics in New England Magic broadcast fantastic.
Rap songs in a row for
Dog's making me happy today. Thank you, dog.
You know who? Somebody's going to get happy because there's a chance that they're going to win a swag bag and a case of Maine Love water.
So here's the Maine Love water, and you're going to have a choice of different, you different flavored seltzers. This happens to be just pure water with bubbles. They have regular old water, which is delicious. But so Maine Love is sponsoring our trivia today. Case of water and some swag. You know what I love, Mike, about getting away to the coast? That fresh, clean feeling. Now imagine getting that feeling anywhere. That's what drinking Maine Love water is like. It's sourced from pristine Maine water. You can truly taste the difference. Crisp, clean, and refreshing. Plus it comes in, here they are, recyclable aluminum cans, not plastic. Whether you choose their pure water or their feel-good flavored seltzers, you're getting simple, sustainable, feel-good hydration. That's Maine Love. Bring that clean Maine feeling home with you right here to New Hampshire. All right, you ready? It is a Patriots trivia question. 603-228-2080, 603-228-2080. Tomorrow will be the Patriots' 12th Super Bowl. What is the Patriots' overall record in the Super Bowl? What is the Patriots' overall record in the Super Bowl? If you know, 603-228-2080, 603-228-2080 for a chance to win a case of water from Maine Love and some swag. Show us the hat.
Oh, sorry.
Here's
put
an
the hat in
example.
the- there you go.
Here's an example of a hat. They have some beanies. They got a winter cap. So you'll get a chance to get some swag and some water from Maine Love.
This is the 60th Super Bowl.
60.
Yes.
Yes.
Super Bowl 60.
Yeah.
The Patriots have been in, this is their 12th one.
12. Yeah.
That means 1 out of every 5 Super Bowls the Patriots have been in.
That's incredible.
There's 32 teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
Just think about that. This is the New England Patriots, who were for a long time the doormat of the NFL.
Especially when we were kids, they were just like, yeah, the Patriots. It's an automatic win for the other team.
1 in 15. It was the Rod Rust year.
Rod Rust. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Dick McPherson.
Yeah,
and
back in the old Schaefer Stadium.
Yes. Tony Eason, although he went to a Super Bowl, Eason went to the Super Bowl, but
he did.
Hugh Millen.
Yeah.
These are the Patriots were never thought of it was the Steelers, it was the Cowboys.
Yeah.
It was the Raiders.
Yeah, right. It was true. It's true. I mean, you think about Pittsburgh. So the Pittsburgh, Dallas, San Francisco, and Denver have all been to 8 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. But before the Tom Brady, before the dynasty, when I thought about the Patriots, I always had this vision of Steve Grogan with the neck roll. Like that would always come up. Like he,
I
was
love
like,
Steve Grogan.
Me too. But he'd always wear a neck roll.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously Super Bowl week. And one of the things that happens in Super Bowl week is the NFL honors, which is their award ceremony.
Yeah.
And the Patriots were represented.
They were. So Mike Vrabel, he's NFL Coach of the Year. And then the assistant coach of the year is offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels.
So most of the talk was happening around the MVP.
Sure.
And it has been for probably the last 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Stafford or May.
Correct.
And if you follow the betting markets, the poly markets things, if you ever do that.
Yeah.
They had Stafford before the NFL honors as about 90%. These are 90% chance. And people bet on who's going to win. No, who's going to win.
Who's going to win. Sure.
May lost by 1 vote.
He did.
It was 24 for Stafford, 23 for May.
Yeah.
I can't believe it was that close.
I know. And Josh Allen got 2 votes.
Josh Allen, well, and then the the Chargers quarterback, Justin Herbert, he got one vote.
Yeah.
And any of those votes would have moved over to May, he would have gotten it. May he was a total of 4 points away from that, which is a second place vote, basically.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty impressive. The whole season has been a kind of a Cinderella experience for the Patriots, even though it's their 12th Super Bowl, even though they had more success than anybody else in the NFL.
Yeah.
This seems special this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. It seems very special. And it's interesting. We talked about of course we wanted Drake May to win the MVP, but the fact that he didn't, maybe that's a good thing.
Maybe.
So now it's like, okay, I didn't get the MVP because it's not about Drake May. It's about the team. And I think this could probably help him, especially as he moves on in his career. But that being said, I'm excited that Vrabel and I'm excited that Josh McDaniels, and the thing we had talked about before, the fact that the Patriots coaching staff is intact. I mean, there's no talk about people leaving or abandoning at the end of the Super Bowl. The fact that it looks like this group is going to be returning next year. Which is huge.
It is huge.
Because Seattle and Kubiak's obviously moving on after the Super Bowl. So you have that. Let me give the trivia question one more time.
We have an answer for the
we
trivia
do.
question.
My goodness.
Yes. Martha from Philadelphia is calling in with the trivia answer.
Oh, Martha from Philadelphia.
Martha, what do you have for an answer?
How does 6 and 5 sound?
I think 6 and 5 sounds great. Absolutely. Since the Patriots are going for their 7th Super Bowl title. Looks like, Martha, you're quite good at math. So, well.
Yes, I am. We enjoy listening to the show, and we're in the car listening from Philadelphia right now.
Well, we appreciate you, Martha, and thank you for listening to the show and being fans of Mike and the Hoss. You are going to stay on the line. Dog is going to take your information. You won yourself a case of water from Maine Love and some Maine Love swag, and we appreciate you, Martha. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha.
Woohoo! Okay, thanks.
All right. Have a good one.
So we're reaching all the way to Philadelphia.
We
That's
are.
pretty good.
It's amazing.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the Eagles were right there. Speaking of Philadelphia, Milton Williams.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of, as we got another minute. When we come back from break, we'll talk obviously about the Super Bowl.
Sure.
But there's a lot of feeling that this is going to be one of those defensive games.
Yeah.
And Milton Williams has pretty good odds to win the MVP of this because they're thinking that it's going to come from a Barmore, a Milton Williams, or on the other side of the Seattle defense, whoever is going to do it. We're going to do our picks at the end of the show, or at least in the next segment. I just, Milton Williams came from the Eagles. He won a Super Bowl last year.
He did, yeah.
And he has been. You'd think that you win the Super Bowl, you sign the big contract. We see it all the time. You kind of take a step back. That's not who Milton Williams has been. What a great signing.
He stepped it up, and he's playing at a high level.
Very high level. Did they make seriously, did the Patriots make a bad signing this year?
No.
Is there anybody that, Robert Spillane?
Yeah, Spillane's been amazing.
Chased on.
I mean, it's been
one after another.
It's been an incredible run, and it's it kind of all roads are leading towards like this is a season that tomorrow they're going to finish it and win the Super Bowl. Now, the majority of America doesn't think so, but so we'll see. This
the majority of our show doesn't think so either.
Yeah,
but
so
we'll see in a
see.
second.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back with more Mike and the Hoss.
News, information, and discussion. This is 107.7 WTPL.
Fun Spot, family fun for kids of all ages. Offering over 600 games, including 300 classic arcade games, a 20-lane 10-pin and candlepin bowling center, cash bingo, indoor mini golf, a restaurant, a tavern, and more. If you love pinball, then you've got to check out Fun Spot's Pinball Outpost, featuring a cool sci-fi theme with plenty of pinballs, including Stern's latest games, The Mandalorian, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, James Bond 007, and more. Fun Spot is the largest arcade in the world, and you're invited to come and have fun for you and your family, birthday parties, and group outings. Fun Spot Arcade, 20-lane 10-pin and candlepin bowling center, cash bingo, indoor mini golf, a restaurant, a tavern, and more. Get to Fun Spot, 579 Endicott Street, North Laconia in New Hampshire. It's the largest arcade in the world, and they're open every day. For more details on fun and all the events, go to funspotnh.com. That's funspotnh.com.
Hey, it's Big Pete, and this is Repeat from the Appleseed Restaurant in beautiful Bradford, New Hampshire. Right on. What's a good way to start your Sunday morning, Dad? Probably with a fabulous breakfast buffet. Do you know of any? I know that there's one served at the Appleseed Restaurant, and we're also serving a breakfast buffet now at Fenton's Landing and Sunapee Harbor. Sweet. Same choices at both great locations. And for the most up-to-date hours, you can check our websites, appleseedrestaurant.com or fentonslanding.com. That'd be on the computer, right? That's right, Dad. On the computer, on the internet. Love the internet. Now, what do we offer on that fabulous breakfast buffet? Oh, we have bacon, eggs, sausage, home fries, corned beef hash, Big Pete's famous barbecue pulled pork, and lots of other great stuff. And if you want to see a real live working fossil, Big Pete works the Sunday morning shift. Yep, and I'm still out working you. Burn! Not like the bacon that you burned last week. Ouch. Just hit appleseedrestaurant.com, where we have gravy.
At Bow Family Dentistry, patient care goes far beyond routine checkups. Dr. Katz and her team are dedicated to not only providing the highest quality dental care, but also educating patients on the critical link between oral health and overall well-being. Did you know harmful oral bacteria contributes to 50% of all heart attacks and strokes? Certain pathogens in the mouth have also been linked to up to a 50% higher risk of cancer, and 95% of people with diabetes are at risk of developing periodontal disease. In addition, having periodontal disease for over 10 years increases the risk of Alzheimer's by 70%. Because of these serious connections, Bow Family Dentistry offers saliva testing to help identify harmful bacteria and to protect you and your loved ones. They understand that dental cleanings or antibiotics alone cannot fully treat periodontal disease. Both must work together to be effective. Schedule your biannual cleaning with Bow Family Dentistry, where prevention, education, and treatment come together. Learn more at bowfamilydentistry.com. All facts are cited from the American Academy of Oral Systemic Health and Journal of the American Heart Association.
You're listening to the Granite State's own Mike and the Hoss on the Pulse of New Hampshire.
Mike and the Hoss on the radio waves. Teachers by day, coaches making plays. Sports talking kings of Wolfeboro town. Husband, fathers, where heroes are found.
Such a better song. It just
I love them all. I was actually preparing for a hat trick of 3 rap songs. That would have been amazing.
I appreciate Dog for doing that. All right, welcome to our final segment of Mike and the Hoss. This one's brought to you by Maine Love Water.
Absolutely, which is awesome. We love New Hampshire, Mike, but let's be honest, Maine water just hits different. Maine Love Water and seltzers are sourced from pristine Maine water, and they're, of course, a sponsor of the show. They're a sponsor of this segment, and we actually love Maine Love Water. If you're reaching for canned water or seltzer, give Maine Love a try.
And you're going to see Maine Love Water down in Philadelphia, thanks to Martha, who won the poll question.
Absolutely.
I mean, the trivia question. But the poll question, let's do this week's poll question first, and then we'll circle back to last week's.
Okay, since the 2026 Winter Olympics is going on, and really all they're really talking about is Lindsey Vonn and her essentially ruptured ACL. Will Lindsey Vonn medal at the 2026 Winter Olympics? Yes or no?
And so last week was, obviously the Super Bowl question.
Sure.
And it was, who'd you think was going to win? It was going to be Seattle. Oh, it was the Patriots or the Seahawks? No, that's not how we did it. We said, are the Patriots going to win the Super Bowl?
Why don't we let Dog read it?
I was trying to intro him. I was trying to intro him.
Yeah.
All right, Dog. What was last week's poll question?
Okay, will the New England Patriots win Super Bowl 60? And I'm looking at it right now. I was looking at it, and then it just kind of faded away. Talk amongst yourselves while I go find it.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing about this week's poll question with Lindsey Vonn is we know that Josh Spalding, who just spoke with us last segment, wants Lindsey Vonn to win a medal. He loves Lindsey Vonn.
I want Lindsey Vonn.
Me too. I'm all in on Lindsey
story.
Vonn. The fact that she's in her 40s is amazing, and that she came back from that horrific accident that she had.
But she's doing this with a torn ACL, a completely ruptured torn ACL.
It's unbelievable.
And which brings me, I guess I'm questioning, what else can you do with a torn ACL?
Well, you've seen that. We've seen it before where oftentimes athletes will finish out their season before having the season-ending surgery.
Well, but
you would
partially
think,
torn. But hers is completely.
You would think, though, and especially in a sport like skiing, where you need the stability of your legs and knees. I mean,
I think it's
unbelievable.
She had her practice run yesterday. No issues in the practice run.
Yeah.
So it's there. But anyway, we're talking Super Bowl because we got about 7 minutes.
What do you got, Dog?
Do you have it now?
The Patriots win Super Bowl 60 next Sunday. 87.5% saying yes, 12.5% saying no.
We are a New England show.
We are a New England show.
The rest of the country is not feeling that.
Yeah.
The general consensus for the game tomorrow is that Seattle is going to win and win big.
Yes.
That's what it is. And Seattle's favored. Don't get me wrong. Seattle's favored. And if I had to bet something,
if you're betting money,
if I was going to bet money now,
yes,
I might take the Patriots with the points. They're 4.5-point underdogs.
Yeah.
They came out, it opened at 3.5. There was a lot of feeling that on Thursday when all the big money was allowed to come in, that it was going to be moving to 5.5. I thought big money was going to come in.
Didn't go there, though.
It didn't.
No.
Which, and we talk about this all the time. Vegas knows.
Yeah.
Vegas knows. And so that means that there was relatively even money coming in for Patriots and Seattle at 4.5, mind you, at 4.5. 4.5 is a field goal and a half. 4.5 is a pick six.
Yeah.
It's one fumble recovery. It's just one break. It's not when the Patriots won in 0-1, they were 14.5-point underdogs.
Yeah.
There's nobody who gave them a chance. That's not this. Yes, people are betting Seattle. Yes, the general consensus is that Seattle's going to win and probably win big. Although I disagree with that. I think that the Patriots have a really good chance at this game.
Agreed.
I could see a ball bouncing here and there, and the next thing you know, the Patriots are up by 14.
Yeah.
I could see Drake May coming out now that his shoulder seems to be cleared.
Right.
Now that the weather's going to be better, I could see him coming out and having a really, really good game.
Yeah. The Patriots, think of all the games the Patriots were supposed to lose. They're supposed to lose against the Texans. Think all these other games that they were supposed to lose that clearly they didn't.
And Drake has gotten a lot of flack for how he's played in the playoffs relative to his regular season.
Sure.
But
playoffs a different beast, though.
Not only that, not only were the defenses really good, the weather was awful in every single game that he played.
Yeah, not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. It's supposed to be 60 degrees. It might rain a little bit. They don't know, but it's supposed to be 60 degrees. No excuses there. Everybody seems to be healthy for the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so that's the Patriots side of it. And then you've got the Seattle side of it that Josh Darnold. Josh Darnold?
Sam
Darnold.
Sam
Right.
Darnold.
Oh my God. Sam Darnold.
all good.
Sam Darnold has notoriously fallen apart in big games.
Yes.
And we remember the boogeymen and all this kind of stuff. I see
he's
ghosts.
seen ghosts. Yeah.
So
He's certainly grown from that. But yes, you're right.
Well, it was just last year when he took Minnesota 14-3, and then they went to the playoffs and he fell apart.
No, right.
So it's not that far away.
I meant the ghost comment.
Oh, the ghost.
Yeah.
Well, people remind him of it.
Yeah,
If I was there, I would be reminding of it.
Yeah.
If he read my Twitter, I would remind him of that too.
Of course.
Doug?
Why can't the Jets or the Vikings get a quarterback like Sam Darnold?
Or the Panthers.
Yeah.
So I think that there's a lot of, if you look on paper, Seattle has a significantly better roster, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
Sure.
They have the wide receiver who was the offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
They have a really good running back. They have Cooper Kupp, who was the former offensive player of the year.
And Super Bowl MVP.
They have Rashid, who they picked up from New Orleans, who's just runs, you barely can see him. Right? He runs so fast. So they have a lot of weapons. But is this the Patriots' year? That's the question.
Yeah.
Is it that kind of a situation where it's the Patriots' year?
I mean, that's the question we have to ask. So if we weren't Patriots fans, if for lack of a better term, if we weren't homers, if we were to analyze this, do the Patriots have a chance? And I think the answer is yes, the Patriots have a chance to win this game. I think they need some breaks. You're going to need to get that fumble recovery. You're going to need to get that sack. You're going to need to get that interception. I think that you're going to need to get the field position game. You're going to need to be able to do all of the right things football wise to win this game.
If the Patriots play their A game and Seattle plays their A game, the Patriots are going to lose.
Yes.
The Patriots are going to have to play one grade above that. They're going to have to play their A game and Seattle's going to have to play their B game, or Patriots are going to play their B, Seattle's going to have to play their C game. There has to be that. The Seattle's going to have to be somewhat complicit if the Patriots are going to win. And whereas I don't think the Patriots need to be complicit for Seattle to win. Right. If you follow me.
I follow you.
I think that Seattle's just a better team. So we got about 2 minutes. So let's do our final picks and score predictions.
Take a look. I just want to kind of recap the season. So it's finally coming to, we all get our last pick here. Mike has won. You currently have 68 wins. I am second place. I currently have 64 wins, and Dog has 62 wins. So I mean, it was a pretty competitive season for all of us. So we have the opportunity now to get one more win under our belt.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. Who's gonna win and a score prediction?
Okay.
And so I guess,
and we know that Josh Spalding started it. Josh Spalding picked the Patriots 21-18.
Yeah. I'm going to pick Seattle. I think Seattle's going to win. I am hoping the Patriots win. I am rooting for the Patriots. I'm going to have a lot of bets going in all kinds of directions tomorrow, but I think Seattle's going to win. I think it's going to be 24-16.
Okay. Doug, what are your thoughts? You want to jump in and take a pick?
Yep. I said it on Bet This, which you can hear at 2:05 p.m. today on the Pulse of New Hampshire radio stations. You can get it on the Pulse Podcast Network. Seattle 43, New England 10. Revenge. It's on NBC again. Home uniforms. It's a second rematch meeting. Super Bowl milestones. They end in blowouts usually, with the exception of the Steelers and the Cowboys in Super Bowl 10 and Super Bowl 30. The last Super Bowl that they played in Santa Clara was a blowout 10 years ago between the Broncos and the Panthers. More of the same. Seattle, I think, is that much better. I'll take them over the Patriots.
You're really channeling the Super Bowl 20, the 46-10.
We need your pick.
Which was on NBC, by the way.
My pick is sadly Seattle 34-21.
Wow. So, I mean, it's going to be, hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully there's not a blowout. Hopefully the Patriots represent. But you know what?
Go Patriots.
We get to watch.
Yes, go Patriots.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.